Hello, my name is Cody Adams. I'm a software engineer by profession and an avid beekeeper. As I'm sure most of you have heard, or at least are aware, beekeeping has reached a critical point across the globe, and particularly here in the United States. We're losing bees and beekeepers annually at an alarming rate, with some figures suggesting upwards of half our bee population over the past decade. Since 1852, the basic design of the traditional hives you see in the fields has remained virtually unchanged. And with the challenges we now face in our ever-changing global environment, I was inspired to develop a new idea and fresh ways of addressing the needs of our beekeeping community in the 21st century. I call them bee barrels. The process is fairly simple. The bees enter in from the front in a smaller, more manageable opening. The smaller opening is easier for the guard bees to protect. The entrance can also be fitted with an optional internal gate that can be adjusted to reduce the size of the opening or close it completely. The back contains a built-in feeder that can be filled with water or sweetened solutions or simply be left empty. There's no need to store this feeder anywhere else when not in use, and it's located in the back of the hive to discourage robber bees. The bee barrel is light and compact, with handles along the entire length of each side, and you'll notice it doesn't have a top or a base, just two more things you don't have to store when they're not in use. Each ring provides the rigidity and strength required to form the living space for the bee colony. So basic beekeeping skills remain the same. That's not changing a whole lot. We remove the rods that keep the rings together, and then we just quickly separate the rings. And at which point we can inspect the rings. Here's the feeder. Here are a few rings that the bees haven't actually drawn out any wax on yet. So I'm going to quickly get down to where they've drawn the honey. So here's a ring. If you notice, the comb is completely encompassed inside this ring. I didn't tear any foundation. There was no burr comb. And there's very little propolis to build up to make it hard for these rings to come apart. And generally speaking, the bees are hardly even disturbed as we go through the stack, inspecting each one of the rings. As we get closer to the front, we'll see even more. They just simply continue doing their work. And like I said, so far, no burr comb, which is really kind of annoying for beekeepers. Once you've finished inspecting the bee barrel, you just take the top or the front and you just put it back on and put the rods back in place. Just like so. These slots are what allow the bees to travel from bee barrel to bee barrel as they're stacked on top of one another, as you see here as I put this back. I'm very excited about the possibilities this new approach to beehive design will bring to the beekeeping community. The prototypes that we showed you today are made of wood. The next and final step is to make them from an alternative material that's more affordable, more durable, lasts longer, and is environmentally friendly. You can learn more by going to our website at beescientific.net. That's BEE scientific.net to learn more about this innovative approach to beekeeping. I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your support.